Okay, so I was kind of doing a little bit of research and I was looking back at my old videos and I noticed that it had been about 8 to 9 months since I had done my last Project 10 pan, or Project Pan in general, because I think the last one I did was at the beginning of the year for 2017 and it was a rollover. It was my Project 20 pan that I had rolled over from 2016. So it didn't actually technically end until the first part of 2017, but it's been about 8 or 9 months since I've last done a Project Pan. I've done some seasonal challenges here and there, but I mean, that's 10 products or less. So I thought I would jump on board with a Project 10 pan for one final push to see how many products that I can move out before the end of the year. This is an all makeup Project 10 pan, and I will just start out with kind of the way that I would apply these products to the face. So this first one, I've actually had a couple of these in my previous Project 10 pans in the past. If I can locate one of those, I'll toss it down in the description box. You could go back and check it out and see how fast that these can be used up, because these don't last very long at all. You use a ton of product every single time that you use them, and they actually don't come with a ton to begin with. But this is the MAC Studio Tech cream foundation, and I had the shade NW15. Like I said, these go incredibly fast. It looks like there's a ton of product left in here, but I probably have maybe at tops 3 weeks worth of product in here. So you can see I really need to finish it off. It's starting to dry out just a touch down here, but it's really creamy when you first get them. You really have to put the right products down underneath it. Your skin has to be incredibly moisturized and hydrated before you use these, but like I said, this one already has pan on it. The product that's from right here along the edge is right up against the top where it was when I first got it, but the rest of it has a really large dip in it, and there's not much in this whole other region here. So this one will be gone very quickly. It'll be one of the first items that'll be finished off, but I really wanted to finish this off before the end of 2017 just because I've had it around for over a year. So definitely want to move that one out, and this will probably be the last one of these that I purchase and use in my lifetime. Initially, I had heard that it was good for dry skin, and that's why I had purchased it a couple of times previously. I think this is my third or fourth container of this. I think it's my third, but anyway, there's that one. That was product number 1. I do have a face powder, but I can also use this as a powder foundation. So on days that I don't want to use the cream foundation, I can use this one, or I can combine them. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling for the day. But this one has actually been in a project earlier this year, or a seasonal challenge, but I still haven't finished it, and I would like to move it out before the end of 2017. This is my Bare Minerals Original Powder Foundation. If you look on the back here, the solid line is where I'm at currently. These are some lines from earlier in the year, but I'm in the shade Fairly Light. I think this is N10. I think it's a neutral color, but this one does have a sifter. You can pop the sifter out when you get down to the very last little bit. I've used up quite a few of these in the past, so I really like this product. I don't have any problems finishing this one off. This next one, though, this one might take a while to finish, even though it does go quickly when I'm actually using it. That's the problem. Sometimes I don't tend to use the products that are in my projects or my seasonal challenges, and then at the end of the project or the challenge there's still product left in the container, or there's a little bit left. But I'm going to make it a point to try and use this every single day that I use my bronzer. So anyway, this is the NYX HD blush in taupe, and this is the revamped packaging. I used to have a blush that was in like the pyramid stud style, and it had like little pyramid studs in the actual powder. This one, it does have 4.5 grams of powder, but like I said, this one goes pretty quickly when you're actually using it. It's not pressed in there very tightly. It's quite loosely pressed. So that is where I'm at. I already have pan on it. It's extremely cool toned. So if you have a very fair skin tone, I don't have this on the skin today, but that is it there. It's quite natural, and I think if you have an extremely light skin tone, this one will be just fine to use. I don't have a marking on this. I might put a little mark on the front of it, but if I use it up, yeah, see, it has a little window here at the front, but it's a circle, and then the actual product is a square. So there would be product in the pan, even though the front of it might be marked off completely. So I just don't think that I'm gonna mark this one. I might, I don't know, I'll think about it, and then you'll see it the first update whether or not I did. Okay, moving on, I do have 2 eyebrow products. One of them is actually a Maybelline color tattoo that I use for my brows since I have black hair. You wouldn't think that it would look nice in the brows, but it actually does, surprisingly. This is the Maybelline color tattoo in number 35, Tough as Taupe. I really like this in the brows. It seems natural, and then I can go over it either with a darker brow gel to kind of define the little brow hairs, or I can use a really deep pencil and go just at the outer corner. But I did mark this one on the back of where I'm at, and if you're looking at it from the front, it looks like my marking isn't in the right spot. It's just the angle that I'm holding this, but that is where I'm at so far. I really don't have a ton left in here. I enjoy using this in the brows, and I don't think I would use anything darker than this for my brows in like a pomade formula. So, I don't know, we'll see if that one can be finished off. It goes pretty quickly once you start using it and on a consistent basis. The other brow product is actually the Maybelline Master Shape by Eye Studio Brow Pencil in Deep Brown. They've actually discontinued these. This is what it looks like here. But now, instead of having a plastic pencil like this, they actually have a wood pencil, and the consistency is completely different. The shade of deep brown is completely different. So I had Andrea from Dolled Up Daisy 24. She had sent me a handful of these, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or something. And so I only have this little guy and one more left. So I would like to get them used up since they were discontinued and since I got them quite a while ago, but luckily they're not going in my eye region anywhere. So anyway, this is all that I have left on here. And I did mark on a piece of paper where I'm at with this one. I'll show you, even though it won't really mean much until the next update. So when I'm holding it up against the paper, I put the bottom of the cap along the bottom of the paper, and that's where I'm at right there. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this one. This goes really quickly too because the formula is very soft. So I tend to have to sharpen this every other time that I use it, sometimes every time that I use it. So there's the 2 brow products that I have in this project. Then I had this item. This is an eye product. Technically, I guess I would put this on before any foundation or powder or anything, but this is in the eye category. I kind of like this one. I kind of don't. I kind of feel like it doesn't do much, but it does have this iridescent glow to it that I do enjoy. This one is the Clarins Multi-Active Eye Instant Eye Reviver, and it's supposed to target the fine lines. That is what it looks like there. It does have a cooling tip along the edge there, and you just squeeze it out of the tip, and my mark on the back is right there. So hopefully this one can get a lot of use and get moved out, and by the end of the project I'll definitely be able to tell if this is doing much of anything for the under eyes or not. I do have 2 black eyeliners that I'm putting in 2 mini ones because I do go through black eyeliner more than any other color liner, and one of them's my favorite, one of them is just kind of so-so. So the 2 that I have here, as you can see, they're very small. This first one, this is the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last Liquid Eyeliner Pencil in Black Point. This is my all-time favorite black eyeliner pencil. It's extremely soft, it's extremely creamy, goes in the waterline well. The other one is from Makeup Forever. This is the Aqua XL in M10. It's just the matte black one. Just so you can see that I'm not fudging any of the details, that is the Jordana pencil right there. And then for the Makeup Forever one, it is a little bit shorter, but this one doesn't go as fast as the Jordana one. That one is the Makeup Forever one. It looks like I did draw the line just slightly above it, but that's okay. I don't mind. Moving on to some lip products now. I do have 2 sort of balm moisturizing lip treatment products. The first one is my Melaleuca Sunshades Lip Balm, and I wasn't being very smart. I rolled this up all the way and it broke off. So I did put it in one of my old Maybelline Color Tattoo containers, and you can see on the back I have hit pan on this since I put it in here. I put it in here, pressed it flat, and then I have used it so much that there is a little bit of a pan, as you can see right there. So that is what it looks like on the inside. I really enjoy this one. It has a really nice kind of pina colada sort of fragrance to it, and I think this one does have sunscreen as well, so that's positive. And then the other lip treatment that I do have in here, it looks like a gloss. It kind of is, but it provides more of a moisturizing kind of hydration like a lip balm does, more so than just being a lip gloss. This is one of the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oils. This one is in number 6, which is called Mint. You can see there. This one was sent to me through the Octoly website. The other Clarins product for the eyes, that one was too. But I'm really going to focus on trying to finish those off. But anyway, I'm about halfway through this one. You can see there. This goes pretty quickly too. So even though it's green, it does look clear on the lips. So I don't think there will be any issues getting through this one before the end date. Next up is a lipstick. And I seem to always toss in a lipstick with my Project pans, whether it's a Project 10 pan or Project 20 pan. This one is from MAC. Surprise. But this is one of the Viva Glam lipsticks. This is Viva Glam 5, and I actually purchased this off of Emily Noel 83's recommendation, and she tends to really gravitate towards those kind of mauvey, berry, rosy kind of tones, and the rosy tones just really don't jive with me. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it, and it doesn't look the best on my lips. I think the only saving grace for this lipstick is that it's a luster, and so it doesn't really take a lot to move through those. That is a swatch of it there. I know the lighting's a little bit off. It's getting darker. It's getting really cold and dark, so I need to go in soon, but that is it there. Maybe you can see the shade on that. I'll wear it in an upcoming video or something and I'll point it out, or I'll make sure that my next update, my first update, is in decent lighting so you can actually see it. Maybe I'll dab a little on the lips so you can see. There, I dabbed just a little bit in the center so you can see it does have a little bit of a sheen, like a golden sheen running through it. Regardless, I'm just trying to move through it. The next item is actually one of my all-time favorite products ever. This is one of the Makeup Forever Lab Shine lip glosses, and I am about halfway through this. These were discontinued, but they're not sticky whatsoever. They have a ton of shimmers in them, and it really makes your lips look quite large and plump, but you don't feel the grittiness of those glitters on your lips when you push your lips together. I have the shade D14. This is just the pink one. I actually have 2 of these in my collection and 1 of the nude ones, but I'm about halfway through this. These go very fast. I think there's only like 0.10 fluid ounces in these containers, so if I finish this off insanely fast, I will add this one in as a replacement just until the end of the year or until the end of the project. But this is my MAC lip gloss from the Simpsons collection right here. And it's just a really pretty kind of berry purple tone. This one's in Itchy, Scratchy, and Sexy. And I am at that bottom line right there. So anyway, I'm not going to touch this one until this one is completely finished off, just so we're clear on that. Oh, by the way, I did put a little mark on my paper for the Viva Glam lipstick, but you'll see, you know, with the next update if there's any change in that. So I do have those 4 products that I'm measuring on my paper, my notebook here. And then finally, I have 2 items left. I know there's more than 10, but I like to add in a couple easy products. I think there's 13 items. If I finish off that gloss, technically there'll be 14 in this project. But I like to have a couple extras just for a little bit of wiggle room. And then I have the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray, and obviously I can't see where I'm at in this. This is an opaque black packaging, but I did shake it around. It sounds like it's right around here. So I'm definitely down to like the last third or last quarter of the product in here. I'm not sure it does much of anything, but maybe the more that I use it, I'll be a better judge of whether or not it's holding my makeup on or not. And then finally, so I can go inside and get some hot apple cider, I have a perfume. And this one I've been trying to finish off for about, I think this is 2 years now. This is the second year that I've been trying to finish off this perfume. But this one is from True Religion. It's just called True Religion. And you can see I had a marking up here, I had one here, and I'm currently just barely below that line right there. I'm just gonna stick with that line just because it's simple. But this is a very fresh fragrance. I like it, but it's very fresh. I can only wear it in the cooler months and the winter time. So anyway, that's everything that's included in my current Project Hen Pan. Let me know if you're doing this or if you're planning to do this in the future. Any tips or tricks that you might have for maybe combining some of these products or different ways that I could use them. But that's everything. So I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.